So just tell us your name and like from where you are, more or less.
I'm Lornette. I'm from Chicago, born and raised here. And I guess I support this because, you know, I like the idea that we are the 99% because it rings true at the world. It's a small global elite who has a lot of power and wealth and influence, and, you know, everybody else falls under that. And given the current, you know, economic situation that's been happening in the world over the past 40 years, people have been, you know, slowly disenfranchised, and, you know, it's finally hitting us home in America with the current, you know, recession. Now we're finding people who are unemployed and underemployed or looking for work. And, you know, we already had people who are been part of the permanent underclass. So I guess what I see this movement as is just the beginning. You know, it's going to be the real change is going to come, you know, this is just one part of it, getting our voice heard, but organizing in our neighborhoods, talking with our families, you know, volunteering, pressuring, you know, lawmakers at the state, local, and federal level to support legislation and bills that would support the people. And also just realizing that something is fundamentally wrong with our system at all levels. And if it wasn't nothing wrong, no one would be out here. And we know some of the root causes of that problem, which is, you know, the Chicago Stock Exchange over there, the Board of Trade over here. You know, what about bailing out the people? This isn't people wanting a handout. You know, if it wasn't for the economic recession, people wouldn't be asking for handouts. And if it wasn't for, you know, constant economic exploitation, you know, lack of wages, you know, to feed ourselves and our families, and the fact that, you know, our education system is flawed and unfair, people would have opportunity. People want opportunity, and they gotta, you know, we gotta let our voices be heard. So that's what I'm out here for.
Ornette, I mean, today's a special day in the world because it's not just happening here in Chicago, it's obviously happening all around the world. It's a Occupy the World Day or whatever it was coined. But do you think there's any specific significance to the fact that it is such a special event? I mean,
well, I think the global recession affected everybody, no matter what country, you know what I'm saying, what country you live in, where you come from, it's affecting everybody. It's a global recession, and we're starting to realize this international thing that we're not just Americans. We're not just, you know, we're all Egypt, we're all Wisconsin. You know, we are all occupy, you know, Chicago or Wall Street or whatever you want to call it. But the most important thing is we're all human beings. And that, you know, I don't believe that this is going to lead to a utopian society where everybody gets along. We'll always have our struggles, whether that's against each other, ourselves, or, you know, Mother Nature. But the thing is that everyday people have the power to make changes, because people make the world go around, so therefore people can make positive changes. So this is just one day and one step towards that goal of making a better human society.
Right. So now, let's say we did succeed and everything really worked well, we put our efforts into it, we make the changes in the world, what will that world look like?
I don't know. I can't. I don't have a crystal ball. I have no idea, and that's just I'm just one person with an opinion. You got 7 billion people who have different ideas of how the world should be. You know, people of different religious faiths, ethnic backgrounds, ethnicities, countries of origin. I'm just one person. So I mean, you know, my only thing is I just want people to respect our common humanity. You know, and everybody to have a fair chance at, you know, being able to support themselves and their family. So that's my hope. But like I said, I'm not too sure if we'll bring in a utopian revolution or utopian society, but just a more just society.
Awesome.
What's your name again?
I'm Scott.
Scott, nice to meet you, Scott.
Great to meet you. Nice to meet you. That was very inspiring.
Thank you. It's nice to just talk to people, because these conversations mean stuff.